Two teams done traditionally very well in mercantile sector. About to clash against each other. David Pieris taking on Hayleys B. This is Mercantile E Division T20 tournament. Very good afternoon to all the cricket lovers who are joining us from across the country and the region. For those who are joining us from around the globe, it's a warm welcome. Live pictures coming your way, courtesy of Sporty.lk. Very well covered, outstanding coverage provided, and plenty of ways for you to join. Important game, toss is important. And we have Osha the Bandara down at the center with two captains and the match referee ready for the toss.
Right, so it's toss time here at Royal College Grounds for the second match of the day, and I got here with me the two captains, the captain of David Pieris and the captain of Hayleys, and of course our match referee for today's game, Mr. Mangala Jayasen. So I believe the David Pieris captain has a coin and he will give it a toss. Heads is a call. It is heads. So what's it going to be?
We will field first.
Any particular reason, and how much of a score do you think would restrict David Pieris?
The reason is the last two games we played and we won, we fielded first. So that's the reason, and then we are hoping to keep them at least below 120 if possible.
Right, so thank you and good luck. David Pieris, captain, having to bat first. What's your thought on that?
We thought we put a good score for the board. We are batting.
What sort of a score do you think would be ideal on these conditions?
I think we hope go to the 150 runs in our.
Thank you and good luck. Right, so that's the news from the centre. So Hayleys have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first.
Had no hesitations absolutely whatsoever. Hayleys winning 2 out of 4 matches, deciding to bat first. It'll be interesting to see what sort of a target they have in mind. Whichever the case, should be a very, very close encounter. Monosingha, Ryan Fernando, Sahan, Temal, Vinith, Shannon, the skipper, Harindu, Lisulu, Mohammed, Shenal, and Kavisha. That's Hayleys B for you. Very strong outfit, just as I mentioned. And David Pieris, skipper Dilshan, Amila, Kasun, Lankesh, Prasad, Tilina, Vihanga, Kasun, another Kasun, Malisha, and Feroz Ahmed. Should be a very close encounter, and earlier in the day we had a game which was all but one-sided, and whenever these two teams clash against each other, provided very, very entertaining cricket. That's exactly what we are hoping from both the teams. This tournament, just as I mentioned, in this group in particular, 7 teams, so they got 6 matches to play. The weather. Right now it's pretty clear, clouded sky, no imminent threat of rain. So we are hoping a day of exciting cricket. Royal College Ground surrounded by outstanding sports facilities, the likes of Colombo University grounds, Bloomfield right in front of us, Royal College Rugby grounds not so far away, Thurston grounds, race course. If you're a sports lover, you're going to enjoy. If you happens to be here, exciting sporting activities almost always coming your way. Hayleys, they've decided to field first, in fact. Correction. During this tournament, we've witnessed teams winning the toss, quite keen on chasing. And in fact, based on results, teams have done so well, winning large percentage of matches won by the teams done chasing. And Hayleys, therefore, hoping to restrict their opposition to a manageable score and winning their 3rd game and increasing their chance of moving on to the 2nd round. 2 groups. Group A consists 6 teams, and in Group B, they have as many as 7 teams. TVS in particular done outstandingly well, winning 6 out of 6. That's David Pieris batters, surprisingly, still searching for their first win. They are a good side, 2 umpires working into the middle and expecting this one to be a close one. I've been saying this time and time again. The reason being, there has been quite a few matches, all but one-sided, and therefore we are expecting Hayleys as well as David Pieris will put up a good show. Two umpires, Chintaka Gamage and Vasanta Kumara, and our match referee for today's game, Mr. Mangala Jayasena. Very colorful. Black screens, white balls, color clothing. Everything to go with international standards. Mercantile Cricket Association organizing large number of cricket matches in a calendar year. Only second to Sri Lanka Schools Cricket Association, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of the volumes of matches they've been producing. At this stage, teams trying to book their place to the second round, the semi-finals, quarter-finals awaits, and this is a crucial encounter, especially for David Pieris. Based on what we've seen on screen, players from a higher pedigree. So they are expecting to showcase their cricketing prowess and book their place. That's the intentions. As many as 7 teams, but only 4 teams get to go to the second round in Group A as well as in Group B. Pretty straightforward. Win the remaining matches. Hayleys 1-4. Played 4, in fact, 1-2. So they've lost against South Asia Technologies and TVS. TVS, by the looks of it, they are the team to beat. 4 out of 4. Excellent record, fairly comfortable victories, and therefore Hayleys, they are hoping to get their work rate up, minimizing their mistakes which they have done during the first round. Neroshan, very strong looking right-hander, and we are ready to get things underway. This is Mercantile E-Division T20 tournament match between David Pieris and Hayleys. Prashad Neroshan. Still early days, best of 42 runs, so he'll be trying to improve. The first delivery, Shanal De Silva. The angle, taking it down the leg side, whichever the case, Shanal De Silva, it's a very good start. In comparison to the faster bowlers was on display during the first game, very brisk, lovely action, nice follow through. You got to test the techniques of the opening batters. The record for Shanal De Silva, 6 for 37. That's his best 36 wickets in 21 games. He's a striker. 11.86, excellent average. And the economy at this level, very decent, 5.29. Just 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle at fine leg and third. Struck well, equally well fielded. That was hit with some power. Got his body behind. They are off the mark. David Pieris with that single. Wasn't a bad delivery. Played on the up. Got it out of the middle of the blade. Therefore, plenty of power. But the only thing was missing the ice placement. Here's Dilshan Pieris, 32 matches, best of 59, 5 half centuries. Average 19.87. So he's a pretty decent operator in mercantile cricket. Both the openers eyeing something big. 150, 160, the power score. Very well bowled. Pitch just in line with the leg stump and moving further away. Really nicely got behind that one. Dilshan Pieris. David Pieris Group of Companies as a mercantile establishment assisting so many up-and-coming athletes, be it cricket, be it any other sport, motorsport, special involvement. A full toss, missing out on a grand opportunity. Just a matter of getting it, steering that one through couple of fielders, but instead got surprised. Just maybe his eyes got lit up seeing a full toss in the first over itself. Senal De Silva, fairly sharp, good pace, nice approach. All of a sudden, get out of the jail shot by Dilshan Pieris was under pressure. Looks like a striker who likes to get on with things. Previous game, batting first, being invited. NDB scoring 133 was more than enough for them to win the game quite comfortably. But against very strong team like Hayleys, they're going to need at least 160. Oh, that's good bowling. Excellent start, right on the money. First over done. One for no loss. Prasad Niroshan, Dilshan Pieris, two openers. Kasun Sanjay, Kasun Chaturpriya, Vihanga Jayaman, the wicket keeper. Lakshan Savinder. They got the pedigree, they got the quality. It's just about delivering on a big day. This is the big game in particular for David Pieris. By the looks of it, straight away, spin being introduced. Juanit De Silva, left arm orthodox spin bowler. We've seen quite a few of them during this tournament. The average, very good, 14.52, 88 wickets, 7 for 14. That's quality. On 3 occasions, getting more than 3 wickets. Very good record. And he's got a slip fielder. Touch too deep, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see. Captain knows it better. Pitching on leg stump, worked away quite easily. The dugout really likes it. We mentioned in mercantile cricket, be it D division or be it E division, plenty of dot deliveries. Even during the previous game, we saw quite a few dot deliveries. And the method of operation for most of the teams, it's a mistake. Not taking enough singles and twos. Just blocking quite a few deliveries and trying to go after the bowling when it's not up there to be hit. Dilshan Pieris yet to get off the mark. Slightly quicker outside the off stump, just about a couple of foot. So it's been a very steady start for Hayleys bowlers. Flighted and clean bowled. Invitation extended. He played all over it. He was under pressure. 5 deliveries yet to get off the mark. And he's going to wait a little longer till the next game. He's got to take the long walk back. Hayleys strike. Juanit De Silva. 1 for 1. Fuller delivery. Should play down the line. Instead play around it. That was the mistake. Out for naught. Ball Juanit De Silva. David Pieris 1 down for 2. Juanit De Silva, not the tallest bowler. So he tossing it up, getting a lovely loop, lovely dip towards the batsman. That was there to be hit. Was a half volley for the skipper. Poor techniques and Lakesh Savinder. 30 matches, 254, best of 26 early days. And David Pieris hoping something big. Off the back foot straight away. Solid looking techniques. Coming in at number 3. It generally calls for your best batters to occupy that spot. Very well bowled in line with the stump. Hoping for a little bit of turn, which isn't there. Clever bowling, Wani De Silva. Given away just a single. Already picked up a wicket and looks good for more. Well played. Good cricket all round. Good delivery. Excellent over. A single and a wicket. 2 done. 2 for 1. That was Fuller, and excellent piece of fielding. And it got past the fielder. Would have certainly reached the boundary. That was hit with some power. Always a good thing, backing up your bowlers. It was there to be hit. Fuller delivery in the slot. Gave it an almighty heave. Diving fielders stopped a certain boundary. A bumper and loud shout. Umpire unmoved. Wicketkeeper probably heard something. Was very close to the outside edge and a little bit of instruction by Savinder. Maybe. Do not think of. It was a close one. It was a close one, I can tell you. Wicketkeeper and the slip fielder was convinced. It's good bowling. Reaching the fielder on first bounce, and a direct hit would have certainly had the man on the second attempt. Usually, each and every team practicing hitting the stumps directly for extensive periods, leading their build-up. Let's have another look. Gone aerial. Was lucky reaching the field on first bounce. The throw was nowhere near. And the batsman, he was still struggling. Pull shot. He was eyeing that. And the bowler, Chanal De Silva, provided him the opportunity. Not too quick. Sit up really nicely. And erosion, banking on it, spanked it away for the first boundary. Good shot. At the moment, run rate 2.25. We are in the third over. Slower ball on top of the bowler. Excellent execution, but unfortunately, just managing to get it over the bowler's head. There was absolutely no opportunity whatsoever for Chanal De Silva. He thought for a moment. He got his man. Fielder at mid-off had absolutely no opportunity. This is good bowling. After conceding a boundary, coming back really, really strong. Almost a Yorker on leg stump. They gets a single. Good cricket all round. Nicely dabbed away. Fairly decent over. Just 5 runs off. 3 overs done. 7 for 1. Bowling so far for Hayleys B, Juanit De Silva, the striker. Just a single over, given away a single and a picked up a wicket. Shanal De Silva was expensive during the previous over, but he too started off really nicely. They are still being persist with the slip fielder. Touch too deep, I reckon. Plenty of close-in fielders on the offside. De Silva. Oh, flatter delivery. Found the outer half of the bat. Wasn't an edge. It gets a single and moves to the other end, which is important. Erosion. Definitely give the impression that he's someone who likes to get on with things. On search for boundaries. Lovely. That one spun. This is clever and intelligent bowling. There are no fielders in the deep. So the moment you pitch in line with the stumps, providing opportunity to go over the top. Hit and miss. Flatter delivery. Good variations by Juanit De Silva. One goes in with the arm. The other one turns ever so slightly. More or less just about foot outside the off stump. Gets it into the deep. That's clever cricket. Using the pace of the bowler. Juanit De Silva fairly quick on that occasion. And he also provides the room, which was exactly what Laknesh Silva was looking. There's another look. Flatter, little bit of turn, and pierced the infield. Gets the boundary. Laknesh Shavinder. He definitely got the techniques to be successful at this level. Well bowled, little bit of turn. Whenever he pitches it in line with the stumps, he gets a little bit of purchase off the mat and turns away from the outside edge. Really nicely got behind that delivery. Tossing it up. Driven through the line. Diving fielder. Gets it through him. Gets another single. Fairly productive over. 6 runs off, 4 done, 13 for 1. Things looks very, very pleasant out here. Not too warm. Early in the morning, we had a little bit of a cloud cover. As we speak, clouds build up right in front of us. Temal Bandara is the new bowler. So after 2 overs, Seamer being taken off the attack. Immediately bringing in changes. Kavisha Ratnaka is the bowler. Yet another seamer. Plenty of them in action. Down the leg side, a wide to start with. Not the best way to start your spell. Kavisha Ratnaka. I was mentioning there are plenty of gentle seamers during this tournament, performed really well. Yet to pick up a wicket. If he picks up a wicket, it will be his first. Well bowled, neatly dabbed away and going for a single. Loved shout for the batsman. He was in. Right call, right approach. Niroshana is in. 3.36. This is a T20 game. You expect something around 8, maybe 9, if not more. We talked about a power score. Fairly decent size outfield. Straight away the no call came from the striker. Grazing his bat. Clipped away. get past the infield. The chase is on. They will definitely come back for the second. Laknesh Silva starting to look good, starting to get comfortable. David Pieris group of company hoping these two youngsters out there in the middle will build up a sizable partnership for them to launch towards the end. We've seen during the previous game both the teams not capitalizing during the first power play. And David Pieris, they've also failed. We are well into the fifth over. And David Pieris' group just 16 runs and the run rate not going up. Projected scores at this stage, you're not going to look at it too much. Fuller really neatly glide away towards point region and picks up another boundary. Laknesh Shavinda, he looks good. And David Pieris, they're going to need each and every one of them. Take a look at it. On his knees, opening the bat face, got the placement. The timing was sufficient to earn him another boundary. Immediately after scoring a boundary, you feel good about yourself. Very wide-legged stance. Gentle dab, should only be a single. Good cricket. The dugout always appreciate these sort of efforts. Immediately after getting a boundary, you tend to forget good things. Picking up singles, not this young man. Savinder picks a single, gets to the other end, and Nirosha. 10 deliveries, 8 runs. Sort of a player who's on the lookout for big hits. Will it work? Straight to the fielder this time. Fielder was inside 30-yard circle. It's just a matter of getting past him. They managed to get past him and get a single. Wasn't the best piece of fielding. He was advancing. Excellent over, 9 runs, so 5 done, 22 for 1.
.22 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 5 overs. David Pieris, after losing a wicket, things have been quite steady since then. Prasad Niroshan and Laknesh Savinder is making sure that the runs are coming in nicely. The previous over, a couple of boundaries. Change of bowling, Sahan Nanayakkara being brought in. 52 matches, 73 wickets for him. The best figures of 5 for 24. So spin on offer now for these two batters. Nicely bowled, right on the money, right from the start. .22 runs on the board. Hayleys would take this start as a positive one for sure. They picked up a wicket. This time goes to the offside. And it goes all the way for a boundary. Nicely executed. An inside out from Prasad Niroshan. And he just made it look so easy. Just touched to full. And he opened up his off stump and he played it right on up and above that covers fielder inside the 30-yard circle. And it goes all the way. Oh! Just trying to carve that ball down towards the onside, but just landing short of the bowler. Yeah, straight to point. Runs are coming in nicely now. Sahan Nanayakkara already given away a boundary. That was a good shot, a good innovative shot from Prasad Niroshan. That score being proactive. Oh, is that gone? I think he did carry to the first slip. Prasad Niroshan, he was trying to do something different. And the replay would tell us the story nicely, what exactly happened there. And Sahana Nayakkara nevertheless gets the breakthrough. Let's have a look at that again. Once again trying to open up his off stump and trying to play that shot on the offside and inside out. But at the last moment he decided to just defend it down, but just caught that outside edge. And Prasad Niroshan is gone as a good catch from Kavidu Munasinghe. And Sahana Nayakkara with the breakthrough. 13 for Prasad Niroshan as David Pieris lose their second wicket. .26 for 2 now. Got one more delivery to go in this over. A wicket and a 4. And it looks like we got one more delivery to go in this over. Right. So we'll wait for the confirmation from the umpires, the match officials, the scorers and all. Nevertheless, the new over have started. Oh no, there we go. That finishes the over. A dot delivery to finish things off. 6 overs done, 26 for 2. Right, so Themal Bandara. Themal Bandara is given with the responsibility to bowl the 7th over. 28 matches, 82 wickets for him. Best figures of 6 for 43. Impressive figures for Themal Bandara with an economy of 2.98. Right, here's Laknesh. He's on strike. Oh, nicely bowled with good pace on offer. Nicely bowled once again. Just enough spin on offer to beat that outside edge. And Themal Bandara, in his very first over, is causing troubles for David Pieris. Laknesh Savinda looked good out there in the middle. Oh, that's a bit of an aggressive approach from Laknesh. A bit of a faster delivery from Themal Bandara. Maybe he saw Laknesh just trying to adjust himself to play that shot. Oh, nicely bowled and gone. Outside edge. Good take from the wicketkeeper. Third wicket goes down. David Pieris in deep trouble. And Themal Bandara He's been consistently bowling in good areas, just causing that trouble, and this time around getting that ball to pitch right in between that middle and off, and getting that ball to turn away from the batter towards the off stump. So the third wicket goes down as David Pieris 26 for 3 now with one more delivery to go in this over. Feroz Ahmed, the new batter in for David Pieris. 18 matches, 234 runs with a high score of 36. Need a lot more than that today from him. Here's the last ball of this over. Works on a single to finish things off. A good over from Themal Bandara. Just 1 run and a wicket. 7 overs completed. David Pieris 27 for 3. One wicket apiece for Vanitha Silva. And then Themal picking up a wicket as well. So 3 wickets down for 3 bowlers. Hanna Nayakkara with the other breakthrough. So they've done a good job so far. The first 7 overs. Hayleys B have taken control of things. Here's Hanna Nayakkara. Nicely bowled once again, just keeping it very tight, not giving any width outside the off stump for the batter to work with. Both Themal and Hanna Nayakkara now from the 2 ends, putting that pressure, piling that pressure on David Pieris. Yeah, probably just sliding down the leg side maybe. Even the impact could be outside the leg stump because that ball was fired in very full. Yeah, just pitching outside the leg as well. Nicely bowled. That ball kept low. It's happening out there in the middle for Hanna Nayakkara and Themal from the 2 ends. Just posing some real good pressure on David Pieris. Nice work. Really nice this. They're feeling that pressure. Feroz Ahmed, 1 of 6. Vihanga Jainama yet to get off the mark. Ideal situation for Hayleys B. Last ball. A maiden. How often you see that in T20 cricket? 8 overs done, 27 for 3. Right, so now this is going to be a problem for David Pieris. They need to find a way to negotiate with this bowling because at the moment Themal and Sahan from both the ends just putting that pressure on David Pieris. Starts off with the dot delivery. Touch too full to my liking. The captain, Shannon Lee, would be pretty happy with these efforts. He was very confident in electing to bowl first. They won both their opening games, bowling first. So why change things? That was the explanation from the captain after electing to bowl first after winning the toss, which is the right thinking. If something is working out, why deviate from that plan? Why change how things have gone well for you? That is exactly the mindset of the Hayleys captain Shannon Lee. So no hesitations whatsoever in deciding to bowl first after winning the toss. Yeah, we'll pick up another single. This is the way to go. Rather than piling up on dot deliveries, this is the way to go. You use your feet, you get to the pitch of the delivery, you work on those ones and twos, plenty of open gaps. Now that we're done with the power play, the batters could actually try to work on those ones and twos quite a lot, especially on the offside. As you can see behind the square, there's quite a lot of open region. But it's with the trajectory in which Temal Bandara is bowling at the moment. Unless you create your own width outside the off stump, it's going to be pretty hard to work that ball onto the offside. Asking the question here, probably just sliding down the leg side once again. Vihanga Nama seems a bit stuck in his crease. Not sure whether to go to the front foot or the back foot. Was stuck somewhere in between, somewhere in middle. Right, so last ball of this over. A quick single to finish things off. 31 runs on the board for the loss of 3 wickets at the end of over number 9.
Looking at partnerships, very promising 24 runs for the second wicket. Afterwards now, Vihanga Jayanama and Feroz Ahmed trying to stitch out a partnership which is vital. After 9 overs, just 31 runs, they've lost 3 wickets. Hayleys bowlers put brakes on their scoring and they are under pressure. Wasn't enough. You're ideally looking at something around 60 after 10 overs at least. Wanid De Silva once again backs into the attack. 2 overs, 7 for 1. Very promising. These are the type of bowlers who can do the job for you. Spinning the ball away from the right-hander's bat. Always very, very useful. And they've got quite a few high-quality left-arm spin bowlers in their ranks. The angle, taking it down the leg side. Feroz Ahmed, very keen on playing the pull sweep shot, in fact. Outside the line of the leg stump. Trying to find that gap between deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. That's good bowling. Gentle hands, well taken single. Good cricket all round. Good piece of bowling by Wanid De Silva. I'm starting to wonder whether Feroz Ahmed is suffering from a cramp from time to time after completing a single. Looking at his calf, Jaman looks like a batter who got all the right ingredients to be successful at this level. Lovely hands. Looks a strong man who's capable of clearing the boundaries when required. That's more like it. Down the ground, gets a single, move to the other end. Keep the scoreboard ticking. That's the name of the game. You just cannot allow the opposition to bringing in large number of dot balls, which is the mistake C.W. Mackey made a little while ago. He was shaping up for a big booming drive. Ball's on a Yorker length. He gets it down the ground anyway and gets a single. He looks good, Feroz Ahmed. Looks like a player who's equipped with right techniques to handle good spin bowlers. Feroz Ahmed, who's on 5. Vihanga Jayanama, who's on 2. Oh, that was powerfully hit. Almost took the bowler with it. Got a hand, slowed it down, and he's feeling the sting of that very powerful blow. Take a look at it. Take it on full. Burst through the hands. Looks all right. Sweeper cover does the fielding, just a single. As long as you're not conceding boundaries, you will be happy as a bowler. Vanith De Silva completes his third. 10 done. 36 for 3. Hayleys B can make ideal combinations when it comes to bowling. They have bowlers with all the right attributes. 2 high quality left arm spin bowlers and come with the Munasinghe. Right arm off spinner. 6 matches, 5 wickets, early days 17.6. That's his average. 7.23. Under the circumstances, you would consider touch on the higher side. The economy. Feroz Ahmed 6. Jayanama 3. Badly needing a big partnership. Bit of a misfielder, loving the single for Feroz Ahmed. Number of singles, no boundaries. I think these two batters out there in the middle should bat at least 16th, maybe 17th over without conceding any wicket at all. That will allow them to settle down and launch towards the end. How you finish generally makes you feel good about yourself and eventually puts pressure on the opposition. Lovely hands. At this stage, Hayleys B, they wouldn't mind conceding singles. Just they've got 5 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. But these two batters knows the method. Let the ball come on to you, angling the bat face into the gap and get singles. They've been doing a good job. It's just that the boundaries dried out. That's more like it. Gentle push gets a single. Feroz Ahmed moves to 8. He looks like a seasoned campaigner with plenty of experience and someone who knows how to pace the middle pace of this game. Vihanga Jayanama, powerful blow, burst through the hands of the bowler previous over. Lovely hands. Starting to like what you see here at the Royal College Grounds, Colombo 7. Plenty of matches, of course, in and around Colombo. The SNNAC grounds, MCA grounds, Royal College grounds, Reed Avenue. Busy places when it comes to mercantile cricket season. Came in, got himself adjusted accordingly, gets another single. This is good batting. Both right-handers, right-left combination, in fact, starting to feel comfortable. Jayanama taken him 9 deliveries and Feroz Ahmed 16. Lovely hands, work the angle perfectly and gets 2. Good effort down in the deep, keeping it down for just 2. 41 for 3. A little bit of momentum. Good over, 7 runs off, 11 done. 43 for 3 in fact. Here's the bowling. Wicket takers, Wanid De Silva. He's been exceptionally good. 3 overs, 12 for 1. Temal Bandara, 2 overs, 4 for 1. Excellent. Sahan Nanakar, the other bowler who picked up a wicket. They've got a very strong bowling lineup and bowling in partnership. Temal Bandara, 2 overs, 4 for 1. Economical, threatening at the same time. The wicketkeeper has been doing a very good job. Run rate creeping upwards, close to 4 now. Oh, that's another Yorker. Once again, Feroz Ahmed shaping up for a big booming drive. Ideally over extra cover region. That's what he had in mind, Feroz Ahmed. They somehow keep things moving. That's vital. You cannot get bogged down in the middle during a T20 game. It's about momentum. The things starting to look good for them. It's just that they've lost far too many wickets. Lovely. Gets another single. Now we know for a fact both the batters in the middle now settled down, got to the pace of the bowlers, pretty much understood what's coming out of their hands. Projected scores 79, not going to be a threat. That's good. Through extra cover region, fielding the deep got some work. Very well done. He was charging towards his right and keeping it down for just a single. 2 batters anyway, not running the first one quickly enough. That's good bowling. In line with the stumps. Vihanga Jayanama trying to maneuver the ball on the onside. That was straighter. Got adjusted accordingly, which is a key factor. Down the leg side should be a wide. They wouldn't mind it. During the previous game, they've scored as many as 70 runs during the last 5 overs. It was a stellar performance by the bowler coming down the order. And by settling themselves down, Vihanga Jayanama and Feroz Ahmed, hoping for something similar, maybe 60 or beyond during the last 5 overs. That'll allow them to get close to 140, 150. That'll be a very competitive total, but you never know. If somebody comes down the line, hit few lusty blows, few boundaries, all of a sudden you're looking at a different complexion, quite possibly. Temal Bandara. Very, very good. Off the back foot, gentle dab. Ahmed. He's not very keen on picking up the single. Excellent over, just 4 runs off. 12 done, 47 for 3. Whenever you lose a wicket, that doubt creep into your game. Feroz Ahmed and Vihanga Jayanama have spent time in the middle. Lovely little partnership is developing. Oh, that's a good shot. He finds a gap. Valiant effort, but excellent placement by Feroz Ahmed. He was eyeing that shot right from his arrival. That's a good shot. This is good cricket. He knew the fielder is in the mid-wicket region. Would have been a stunner. Would have been a catch. One of the catchers of this tournament. Ahmed off the back foot. And he's gone. Faint touch. Excellent glove work. Munasinghe strike back after conceding a boundary. Feroz Ahmed, his stay is being cut short. Decent enough job. Lovely little partnership was developing. No more. Feroz Ahmed walks back. Wasn't enough. 15 of 20 deliveries. Nicely caught by Shahadullah. Kamithu Munasinghe picks up another wicket. 51 for 4. 13th over in progress. The new batsman, Qasim Sharma, got absolutely no options but to go on the lookout for building up, stitching out a partnership. Vihanga Jayanama still on 8. They've got just above 7 overs still remaining. To make this game a competitive one, they should at least reach close to 120. Sharma, 27 matches to 77. Not too much of batting pedigree. 49, that's his best. No 50s or 100s. Interesting techniques by the batsman Qasim Sharma, who looks like a striker who's coming down the order and go after the bowling straight from the word go, straight to the field at extra cover region for no run. Once again, soon after you're losing a wicket, that momentum is being broken. T20 format, not the sort of a format that you can lose your momentum and regather it, and spending time regathering momentum. Now, they've been made to do that number of occasions. They not only lost a wicket or two, they've lost 4 top order batters back in the hut. Huge responsibility bearing the shoulders of Vihanga Jayanama, who's on 8. Well bowled, considering the possibility of a single, and just a little nod. Got to the other end, gets a single, just 6 runs and a wicket. Excellent over under any circumstances. 13 overs done, 53 for 2. Two very strong teams and a very, very tough group. 7 teams only, 4 gets to walk into the second round. Vihanga Jayanama, who's on 9. He's the man who can do the job for David Pieris. Hayleys, they wouldn't mind. They know for a fact they managed to dry out the boundaries, put enough pressure. New batsman is in. Once again, he'll be taking a little bit of time to settle down, at least few deliveries. This is good cricket, excellent bowling. Non-striker almost gone past the halfway mark. He was sent back. Absolutely no opportunities for a single. Sahan Nanakara into his third. A wicket and 4 runs. Very, very close, but spun down the leg side. Excellent on-field call by the umpire. Officiating has been excellent right throughout this tournament. We've been enjoying high-quality mercantile cricket, and also the height might have taken into consideration by the on-field umpire. Single, direct hits needed. Is in. He was in. Qasim Sharma immediately responding. A direct hit would have certainly had the man, providing that split second for the batter to crease his bat. Single taken, no harm done. Sahan Nanakara still a very, very good over. Just about to complete his third, given away just 5 runs, and this over in particular. Outside the off stump. Sounded nice, but straight to the fielder. Fairly decent sized boundaries here at Reed Avenue, Royal College grounds. Fairly even, lush green grass coverage apart from few bare areas here and there. So it's a good venue. Good bowling, slowed it down, tossing it up. Yet another dot balls. Dot balls, plenty of them. Always add to the pressure, especially in this format. T20s, it's about momentum. Flat. He likes the pace from spin bowlers. A fumble, but two batters not taking the first run quickly enough. Just 3 runs. Yet another excellent over. 3 overs, 1 for 7 for Sahan Nanakar. 14 done, 56 for 4. At this stage, Vihanga Jayanama, he just cannot give up. He utilized as many as 20 deliveries, settled himself down, now gotten used to the bowling on offer. And he also looks like a player who got the capability of clearing the boundary. Just like that. Some power behind that shot, but straight to the fielder, just a single. Wouldn't be a bad idea for Kasun Shamal to give the strike back to Vihanga Jayanama as much as possible. Just over 5 overs remaining. Even 60 runs would get them just above 100, which will definitely not gonna threat. That's more like it. But there is a fielder down in the boundary. Just as I mentioned, fairly decent sized boundaries here at Royal College Ground, Colombo 7. A busy venue during this tournament, plenty of matches being played out here. And Sporty.lk done everything right to give you a live coverage. Plenty of avenues for you to join this exciting tournament, exciting live coverage. Gets another singles, so Hayleys, they wouldn't mind conceding singles at this stage. We are in the 15th over, just 3 singles. Coming to Munasinghe, he looks good. Both the batters out there in the middle looking strong. That's a good hit over extra coverage and no stopping. That's more like it. They were searching for that boundary for a long while. Finally, Kasun Shamal sent in with a purpose. This is exactly what. Clears the front foot through the line of the delivery. Forget the techniques. As long as you get boundaries. 63 for 4 now. That one struck well, not reaching the fielder. Reaching the fielder, in fact, on first bounce. So this is much better. Already 8 runs off with a delivery remaining. And I'm thinking Jayanama will be eyeing to get to the other end. Straight to the fielder. A dot ball to complete a productive over for David Pieris. 15 down, 64 for 4. Vihanga Jayanama been out there for 23 deliveries, searching for his first boundary. Plenty of singles and twos, but a very powerful man, and this is the time for him to pick up few boundaries and put some impetus into the scoring rate, which isn't ideal. 4.27, anything under 120. Hayleys B they'll take that. They have a very strong batting lineup. Clean bowled. Temal Bandara strikes once again. They were under pressure. They knew for a fact they need to up the strike rate, scoring rate. But unfortunately, that was a perfect piece of left arm orthodox spin bowling. Tossed it up in line with the stumps, missing it altogether. Just a wild hoik. Middle stump. Way to do it. Qasim Shamal's brief stay comes to an end. 8 deliveries, 8 runs, bowled Temal Bandara. New batsman is in, Qasim Sanjay. They never really gathered momentum midway through. They've lost 5 wickets, regular intervals, hampered their progress time and time again. You're not going to do too well in this format once that happened. 31 matches, 41, that's his best. Strike rate, not the best. But his responsibility at this stage would be to get his partner on strike, Giant Armour. Flatter, excellent delivery, a little bit of turn and almost got himself squared. Temal Bandara, superb spell so far, 2 for 8. And he's got 4 more deliveries and he's looking every bit to pick up another wicket. Oh, lovely. Not too far away from the off stump, not too far away from the outside edge at the same time. Relishing the moment. There you go. Generously tossing it up, bringing it in towards the batsman and turning away from the batsman ever so slightly. Made a good connection. Reaching the fielder. Says thank you so much. Another one buys the nuts. Qasim Sanjay out for naught. Temal Bandara picks up his 3rd. Well and truly on top, Hayleys. Tossed it up. Made a solid enough connection, but only gained the height, not the distance. Reverse cuffs. Solid underneath that one. Qasim Sanjay out for naught, 64 for 5. 64 for 6 now, should be. Just like that. What a great over so far. Temal Bandara into his 4th, just about to complete his spell. This is brilliant. They've done just about everything right. 3.4 overs, 2 more deliveries remaining, and he looks good for more. Tilina Gekinage, 21 matches, 278, 72. That's his best. I'm starting to wonder what was he doing down the order. Much better record in comparison to 2 batters batted prior to him. There you go, immediately proving the fact. He's got proper techniques, much more convincing, much more precise. And Given made the mistake on 2nd occasion. 3 wickets and a maiden. How about that? This is outstanding. 4 overs, 4 for 8. Brilliant. He just walked back quicker than he came in. Pitched in line with the leg stump, and the batter probably thought that one going down the leg side wasn't the case. Excellent on-field call. Sankalpa out for naught, just a couple of deliveries. 64 for 7 now. It's been proven very, very tough for David Pieris' group. Lost 2 out of 2 and already looking down the barrel on third occasion. Just 4 more overs remaining. Temal Bandara completes a magnificent spell. 4 overs, 4 wickets, given away just 8 runs. Kamida Munasinghe into the attack, 3 overs, 21. Little expensive in comparison to all the other bowlers. Jayanama, he's got to give something very, very special. Goes aerial, should be taken. Fielder charges in. Bit of a miscue. So wasn't the best piece of timing, saving his day at the end. Priyanka Jayanama, little tentative. He's been eyeing his partners to stay long enough with him, but unfortunately everyone comes and goes. He's like a lone warrior, trying his best but never really got going. That's more like it outside the O stump. Little bit of room, worked away and gets a single. Gets Jayanama on strike. 14-24 deliveries. Not the ideal strike rate you expect in a T20 match, but under the circumstances, plenty of wickets gone down. Oh, this is lovely. Perfect off-spinner's delivery, getting past the outside edge. Good glove work. This man, he's been doing a stellar job behind the stumps. That one struck well, and struck well enough for 6. I mentioned this, he got the power in his arc. Slammed away over mid-wicket region. So good to watch. Take a look at it. It looks like another case of lost ball. So he got the ingredients, got the power, got the technique. Just 3 batters, 3 wickets remaining, which means for the remainder of the innings, precisely 20 deliveries, he should at least striking 15 out of them. If he can get maybe 30, maybe 40 runs, that'll do the job. That'll help them to get past 100 runs. They are still 28 runs short of the 100. We seldom see in this format teams bundled out or restricted inside 100 runs. So it doesn't look good on David Pieris' group of companies. Well bowled, going for a single. Yes is the call. Intelligent cricket, already 9 runs off. So the responsibility of Malisha Shankalpa is to stay out there as long as possible. One more delivery to come. He'll ideally block that one and allowing Jayanama to be on strike for the next over. Full toss. Oh, missed it. Juicy full toss. His eyes lit up. Try to smash that over mid-wicket region and missing it altogether. Dipping delivery. Kamida Munasinghe completes his spell. 1 for 30. 17 done. 73 for 7. Kamida Munasinghe. And this is Temal Bandara. Clean bowled. Perfect leg spinner. Well taken in the deep. Absolutely no troubles. And straight in line with the leg stump. No hesitations whatsoever. 3 for 8. Excellent. Something very, very special got to give. And he's the only man who can do it. That huge 6 over mid-wicket region sounded really nice and must have given him a great deal of confidence. 21 of 27 now. Looks good for more. Flat off the back foot, no is the call. Rightly so. You don't want to be exposing your tail enders at this stage. He was hoping that either Feroz Ahmed or someone coming down the order would stick with him. Now the leg side should be a wide. Fired that one in. Sahan Nanayakara in his final over. 8 for 1. Left arm orthodox spinners working magic for Hayleys B. Tamal Bandara just completed a magnificent spell. Missing the outside edge once again. Wasn't a right feeling when you have lost 7 wickets. You immediately goes under the shell. Proven very, very tough to come out of it. You don't want to be bowled out inside the 20th over. Would be embarrassing. Quicker delivery, try to work that one away and gets a single. So 3 deliveries to Malaysia Sankalpa. Nanayakara looking for his second wicket. Soon after his arrival, Sankalpa got a juicy full toss. And just maybe by trying to hit it too hard, missed it altogether. Goes aerial. Fielder converging. Not taken. It was always tough. He has to cover a lot of ground and charging in at the edge of the boundary. And wasn't too happy. I thought that wasn't a chance. Valiant effort. You need a cord of super glue for that one to stick. Plenty of height. Very neat. Very effective. And gets a single. Here's the final delivery. 5 runs, 5 deliveries. Or would have been a stunner. We had similar incidents right throughout the day. If I'm not mistaken, NDB fielder, just about a similar effort. It's the effort that matters. It's the commitment that you're looking from your fielders while bowling. Superb stuff. Yet another spell comes to an end. 4 overs, 1 for 12, 18 done, 78 for 7. Bowling, Tamal Bandara, outstanding. 4 overs, 4 for 8. Superb spell of bowling. Left arm orthodox spinner Sahan Nanayakara, 1 for 12. Kamid Munasinghe chipping in with a wicket. And they got all the right combinations when it comes to bowling. Always good to see plenty of supporters coming in and supporting your colleagues from your mercantile establishment. Malish Sankalpa, who's on 4 under the circumstances. I thought coming down the order, batting at number 9, he's done a decent enough job. 4 deliveries, 4 runs. Just cannot ask for more. Vihanga Nama, who's at the non-strikers end at the moment. It's just about getting a single and move to the other end. Let Vihanga Nama's bat to do the talking. Shanal De Silva. Change in bowling. And David Pieris group hoping to change their fortunes. Full toss. A dipping delivery, a slow delivery. Very well disguised, this man. Got all the right variations. Very brisk. Very simple and effective run-up. I have no doubt must have played high-quality cricket during his school days as well as representing your club establishment. Oh, beautiful. Quicker delivery. He was deceived on the second occasion. Just maybe hoping for a slower delivery. But that was a conventional delivery. Take a look at it. Got plenty of body behind that delivery. Bending his back straight to the wicketkeeper. Yet another dot ball. Full toss. Still only a single. Those are the mistakes. You should be in readiness to utilize the opportunities that are coming your way. But unfortunately, having lost 7 wickets, they are almost forgetting the basics. Good old rule is that you stay out there long enough, you will obviously get loose stuff on offer. That exactly when you are planning to cash in. But unfortunately, just when needed, they've lost too many wickets. No real momentum, no big partnerships, and just Vihanga Jayanama, who's on 22, who's on the lookout to pick up few boundaries and hopefully get them over the 100. Struck well, goes aerial. Fielder settling and goes all the way. Still inside the boundary line. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to have another look. I initially thought that one touched the boundary line, but the umpires will have to rely on the fielder's score. Gone a long way up over the fielder's head. Error in judgment. 2 more runs to Jayanama. Way outside the off stump, yet another wide. All of a sudden, Senal de Silva is under pressure when Vihanga Jayanama is on strike. You know for a fact he's a powerful striker. Already cleared the mid-wicket boundary with ease, gone a long way. He'll be eyeing to do the same, to replicate the same. Full toss off the meat of the bat and into the fence. Huge 6. David Pieris group of companies need plenty of them. This is the penultimate over. They've got 10 runs. Absolutely no doubts which area he favors. Inner part of the bat and a misfield. Bit of a miscue. The fielder not getting his body behind the delivery. Made a cardinal mistake. Yet another boundary. 14 runs off the penultimate over. 19 done. There you go. Not too far away with the stumps either. Not the best piece of fielding. Fielding has been up to the standards all the while. 19 done. 9-2 for 7. The partnership, 28 runs, the highest for the 8th wicket. The batters coming down the order, contributing. They've been getting contributions from unexpected quarters. Sankalpa, who's on 5. This is the final over. Got to get a single and give the strike back to Vihanga Jayanama, who's on 34. Deserves a 50, 16 runs away, but looking at the way he's striking, very much a possibility. Bonnet De Silva to bowl the final over, his 4th. Misses it. Poor batting. It's just a matter of getting a touch and get to the other end. Looks like the batsman woke off. He must have felt an edge. There was no call by the umpire. Wicketkeeper immediately got excited, jumping up and down. But there was no reaction by the umpire, and we were starting to think he may be missing it altogether. But according to the batsman, there was an edge. Very well taken. And oh, he's walking out of the crease. Oh, that's poor. We for a moment thought he's got an edge, but wasn't the case. Forgetting basics, that's poor. Malaysia Sankalpa out for 5. 8 down for 92. 5 more deliveries remaining, 4.84. That's the run rate. They can get it above 100 runs. Totally unnecessary. Game awareness, basics, whichever way you may call it. Very, very poor. The batsman taking his guard, his responsibility, the ultimate duty is to get a single and get to the other end. Leave the rest to Jayanama. Instead, now he found an edge. Very, very close to the boundary line. They only got 2 runs. So intentions are pretty clear. It's not a case of getting Jayanama on strike. It's just about whoever comes in gets as many runs as possible. Plenty of instructions to young Wanid De Silva. I thought done a very good job. Started off fantastically well. Spinning the ball away from the outside edge. 3.2 overs, 2 for 13. You'll take that any day. 4 deliveries in fact remaining. It's about making the most. Here's Vihanga Jayanama. I have no doubts. He will be bowling outside the line of the off stump. Struck well. Just a single. Just a single. It was there to be hit. Spoken the fact that he need to place it in between fielders, but instead hit straight at the fielder, Kasun Chaturapriya, who's on 1. 3 more deliveries remaining. Can they get past 100? He's gone. He's gone. Yet another wicket for Wanid De Silva. Deserves it. Youngster. Right from the beginning. Getting a lovely little loop. Lovely little dip towards the batsman. And after it pitches spun away from the outside edge, gets another wicket. 3.4 overs. 3 for 14. This is not smart cricket. Trying to blast that one. Excellent glove work. And umpire had no hesitation whatsoever. 9 down for 94. 2 more deliveries to come. Amila Jawad in the best of 51. I'm starting to wonder why he's coming in at number 11. Made a good connection. They'll settle for 1. And here comes the final delivery. Can Amila Jayawardena, can Vihanga Jayanama in fact finish it on a higher note? 35 of 35 deliveries. Little iffy knock. Quite capable batter. Took him a while to get going. This wasn't settled, just probably something got into his eyes. 95 for 9. Here's the final delivery. Can they go past 100? They need a 6 of the final delivery. Well bowled, a dot ball to finish up. Yet another excellent spell. Wanid De Silva, 4 overs, 15 for 3. Hayleys just about done everything right. 95 for 9 after 20 overs. They are the happier side and in a dominant position. David Pieris' group will have to bowl out of their skins if they are to stand any chance of winning this game. Poor cricket, poor execution, and the thought process wasn't ideal. Hayleys, there you go. They knew for a fact they've done 50% of their work. They're just about getting over 95 and winning this game and registering their third game and increasing their chances of moving on to the second round. Very happy. Done the basics right. 3 left-armers. Done a stellar job. David Pieris' group had absolutely no answers. Dismal looking batting card. Niroshan 13, Savind 12. Then Jayanama not out on 35, 36 deliveries, 2 sixes and a boundary. Useful contribution by Feroz Ahmed 15. Apart from that, no real impetus. With the aid of 5 extras, 95 for 9 after 20. And it'll be very, very tough for them to stand any chance of winning this game. They will have to bowl out of their skins and T20. Very, very unpredictable, and they will be banking on that. Temal Bandara, outstanding 4 overs, 4 for 8. Outstanding. Wanid De Silva, 4 overs, 3 for 15. Done bulk of the damage. Zahan Nanayakara and Munasinghe chipping in. As you're looking at the fall of wicket, no real partnerships after 20 overs. Just 95 for 9. Not going to be enough, but cricket is a funny game. Just the right time to have a look at the highlights. Hayleys B, right on top. Won the toss, deciding to bowl first. No real momentum right from the beginning. Hayleys bowlers got things in line with the stumps more often than not and reaping benefits. They found boundaries from time to time. Just like that, improvisation gets it through the gap. Quite clearly they got what it takes to be successful at this level. Got few good batters, but unfortunately, that's good reflex catch. Outside edge. Goes aerial. And a valiant effort. There's another outside edge. And they failed to build up partnerships. And Wild Hoik stumps are disturbed once again. Finds a fielder in the deep. Safe. Poor shot selection. Fuller delivery. And that's a huge 6 over mid-wicket region. He was the only hope. But even him finding it very, very tough against a very proficient bowling unit. That's a misfield towards the latter part. And careless reaction there. And finishing his spell with a fantastic delivery. Hayleys, for them, things looking up. And the equation 96 runs off 120 deliveries. It will be very, very interesting chase coming down as we take a quick break and coming back with the chase.
Right, so welcome back to Royal College grounds as David Pieris have been done and dusted for 97 runs in their 20 overs for the loss of 9 wickets. And now the target is set for Hayleys. They need 98 runs to win this match against David Pieris. So that's the equation as we see the two openers walking out to the middle with a slight drizzle of rain. Well, the clouds does seem scattering a bit above the grounds here at Royal College, but as of now it's just a small drizzle. We hope that it's just a small drizzle that is passing by the area and hope there won't be any imminent threat of heavy rains, because we have a game in our hands at the moment. David Pieris versus Hayleys, and Hayleys bowlers have done a tremendous job in restricting David Pieris for just 97 runs, setting themselves a target of 98 runs to win in 120 deliveries. Right. So the umpire says wait, and he will say let's play. Starts off with a short pitch delivery outside the off stump. So looking into how things have progressed in this tournament so far. Earlier today in the morning we had the NDB taking on CW Mackey. And NDB won that game quite comprehensively, winning 3 out of the 3 games. This is Lisula Lakshan, one of the openers for Hayleys. And Tilina Geekianage with the ball in hand for David Pieris. So CW Mackey yet to record a win. They lost all 3 of their opening games. Now heading into Group B, that is where Hayleys and David Pieris group are clashing. This is Tilina Geekianage, 18 matches, 16 wickets. Hayleys B have played 4 matches, so this is their 5th game. They've played 4 matches so far, and they've won 2 and lost 2. So they're currently sitting at number 3 in the points table. TVS winning 5 out of 5 matches, they're on top. And South Asia Technologies, they're at number 2, losing only 1 game. And Hayleys have lost a couple of matches. And David Pieris, this is Ryan Fernando, one of the other openers for Hayleys. And David Pieris in Group B stands at the bottom of the table, playing their 3rd game, yet to record a win. So 2 games, 2 losses for them heading into this game, and they've been bowled out for 98 in this game as well. So it's an uphill task surely against Hayleys. That could be a wide. And looking into the recent form of Hayleys, so they're on a winning streak. They've won against Brandix. That was a big win, winning by 10 wickets. And then on 16 November, they won against Haymas by 75 runs. So this is what the Hayleys B captain Shannon Lee mentioned during the coin toss, that they won 2 games batting first, and in fact, the Brandix game, they won by 10 wickets, meaning that they batted second. However, they lost against South Asia Technologies and they lost against TVS. So that's how the tournament has panned out so far for Hayleys. And looking into the David Pieris record so far, they lost against South Asian Technologies. They lost against South Asia Technologies by 34 runs, and they lost against the tabletoppers TVS by 8 wickets. Last ball of this over. Just 2 runs coming off from it. So dot delivery to finish things off. Just a couple of runs coming off from that over. 1 over done. 2 runs on the board without a loss. Right, so Malisha Sankalpa. We brought in 16 matches, just 19 wickets for him in 16 matches. Best figures of 5 of 24. Right, to bowl the second over. This time edge, and it goes high up in there, and it's dropped. And this might go all the way. No, just cut down at the right at the edge of the boundary. Well. That was a tough chance, but you gotta take those early in the innings. That's an absolute gift. Way outside the off stump. So, you should have taken those catches. Yes, it's a tough one. But you don't have runs on the board. You only got 98. What do you expect? Couple of runs added to the total. Lakshan just playing it way too early. Hitting that leading edge, and it goes high up in there, only to be dropped by the deep third man fielder. That could have been a real twist at the start for David Pieris. Or rather, for Hayleys, I would say. 94 more runs required now. Worked away towards the onside. Couple of runs on offer. Yes, they're coming back for the second run. Couldn't really get hold of that shot properly. Otherwise, that would have run down towards the bound because it was nicely in the gap. It's just that the bat rotated in his hands, and so couldn't really get that power behind that shot. Otherwise, the placement was exquisite that time from the batter Lakshan. Just that the execution was not perfect. Yeah, probably just sliding down the leg side. A full toss, a missed opportunity for Lakshan. He'll be feeling pretty disappointed with that. Yeah, nicely played down the ground. Just a single. Hayleys have been quite good in this tournament so far. Just playing their 5th game. They lost 2, won 2, but they're on a winning streak. They lost both their opening matches. Lost against TVS and lost against South Asia Technologies, but they have come back strongly to win back-to-back games. They currently stands at number 3 in that points table. Last ball of this over. Off the edge. Run down towards the deep third man for a single. And that's the end of the over. 7 runs on the board for Hayleys at the end of over number 2. Right, so 2 overs done. 8 runs on the board. Here's Tilinagi Kianage to bowl his second over. Nicely worked. This might go all the way for a boundary. Yes, it does. The first boundary belongs to Ryan Fernando. And slightly too straight that time from Tilinagi Kianagi, right into that rib cage area of the batter, and was placed nicely to get that ball away from the fielder inside the 30-yard circle. No one on the back, on the onside, behind square of the wicket. Oh, that's a good shot. That indeed is a good shot. One bounce and into the boundary line. Ryan Fernando need to finish things off sooner. It seems that's the second boundary in this over. Against Tilinagi Kianagi, just a small step down the ground, and he goes through that mid-wicket region. One bounce and into the boundary line he goes. This time, Tilinagi Kianagi making that slight adjustment. $82 more runs required. It's been a real struggle for David Pieris right throughout this tournament, losing the first 2 games and now coming into their third game, being all out for 98 runs. A lot to rethink about their strategy. Oh, that's a good delivery. Ryan Fernando seems the more aggressive opener out of the lot. Oh, just in time. Just in time. I don't know whether he did that intentionally or not, but he can consider himself to be extremely lucky that time. Right, so last ball of this over. 8 runs coming off from that one. Couple of boundaries for Ryan Fernando. In the gap, in the gap. This will run away for another boundary. That's a freebie. That's a juiceful toss to finish things off in that over. 12 runs coming off from that over. And Hayleys now 20 without a loss at the end of over number 3. Group B standings. It was just a glimpse of we had our production team will obviously give it once again. Group B, Hayleys and David Pieris. There we go. TVS winning 5 out of 5 matches. And South Asia Technologies at number 2. Hayleys at number 3. And David Pieris at the bottom of the table. A big concern for David Pieris. Right, so 3 overs done, 20. Here's Malisha Sankalpa to bowl the second over. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a good pickup shot. Has that gone all the way for a 6? Oh, yes. This time it's Lisula Lakshan. Well, earlier it was all about Ryan Fernando, but this time around, Lisula Lakshan joins the party with a hike over mid-wicket for a 6. That's a superb shot. There we go. Just picked it up from outside the off stump. And he just knew exactly what he wanted out of that shot. Knew exactly where he wanted to place that shot. And perfect execution. This time, through the offside. Might not go all the way for a boundary, but couple of runs quite easily. It's a safe shot, given that we're still in the power play. So only 2 fielders are permitted to be outside the 30-yard circle. So he knows where the fielders are positioned. So he can take that risk. It's a calculated risk, I would say, on the offside. Just over the head of the fielders inside the 30-yard circle in that extra covers region. Right, so 8 runs coming off from the first 2 deliveries of this over. Oh, has been given as a wide. Yeah, there we go. Right decision. Way outside the off stump. Oh, a drop chance. And once again, a tough one, but given the circumstances, should have been taken. They're not in a position to drop any given chances to you. They dropped one already by the third man fielder. That was Ryan Fernando. At this time, the bowler himself, it just went on fast. It's a tough one. You need to have quick reflexes, all those things, yes. But you only have 98 runs to defend. And the opposition already at 30. Cannot afford to do this. Yeah. Once again, not the best of the deliveries into the gap. Might go all the way for a boundary as it does. So easy, just like that. This time it's Ryan Fernando. Poor bowling from Malisha Sankalpa. This time onto the pads. And just a casual flick. And it runs down towards the backward of Sportylk region for a boundary. Now going at almost 10 runs per over. Hayleys, they're cruising at the top. Right, so how many runs in this over? 6, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15 runs from this over. Right, last ball of this over. 63 more runs to get. Oh, probably the impact could be outside the off stump. Lisula Lakshan once again just bending forward a bit too much at that time. So 4 overs done. 35 runs on the board without a wicket. Prasad Niroshan He's a new bowler, being given the responsibility now. 16 matches, 14 wickets, 3 of 16. His best figures. Now he's got a job to do. Get a breakthrough. The fast bowlers didn't really work out well for David Pieris. Now they've opted to go with the spinners. Ryan Fernando, 18 of 12, or rather 19 of 13, and Lisul Lakshan, 15 of 12. Yeah, couldn't pierce the gap that time. Lisul Lakshan. And Prasad Niroshan once again doing the right thing, not giving any pace on offer, because both the batters are in good form. But this is working. Just 1 run so far from the first 3 deliveries. Quick single. Good run in between the wickets. These two batters nicely complementing each other. There's always a good understanding. You can see from the way they're batting, they have a good understanding between them. Ryan Fernando and Lisul Lakshan just getting those 1s and 2s quite easy, getting those boundaries, not putting any unnecessary pressure on themselves, on each other. Oh, Ryan Fernando, that's the second time that he tried to work that ball onto the onside. But once again, that lack of pace from Prasad Niroshan really deceived the batter. There we go once again. Oh, even in the previous over, we saw a similar incident. Oh, this time, my goodness, that's gone all the way for a 6. A much better execution, down on one knee and slightly fuller from Prasad Niroshan. So that makes it extremely comfortable for Ryan Fernando to kneel down, and just like that, down on one knee and through that squalic region, goes all the way for a 6. Now 43 runs on the board at the end of over number 5. Right, so 5 overs done, 43 runs on the board. Still no wickets for Hayleys, and no wickets to the bowlers of David Pieris. And they're trying out everything. Another bowling change coming from David Pieris. Amila Jayawardene has been brought in, 5 matches, 3 wickets for him. Has a nice action, saw him practicing out there in the middle. There's only one job in the world that David Pieris need at the moment, and that is to pick up a wicket, to break this partnership. It's really hurting them. Here's Amila. Oh, starts off with a wide. Didn't I tell you that he has a good, nice looking action? Runs in hard, just a small jump before the delivery stride. Through the gap, just like that. Add another boundary to the tally. Lisul Lakshan this time. Yeah, once again, just too much width on offer outside the off stump. And the fact that we're still in the power play just make it too easy for the batters. There we go. It was just a matter of piercing that gap on the point region. So once you do that, it's a guaranteed 4. The outfield is lightning fast here at Royal College Grounds. The ball is travelling nicely. So all you got to do is just to find those gaps. And the outfield will do the rest for you. Alright, so 5 runs from this over. Shot! 1 bounce. And into the boundary line she goes. Second boundary on the trot in this over. And the ball is getting a real thumping out here at the Royal College ground. Just one bounce, barely almost hitting that boundary line in full. Right, so 9 runs from this over. 50 is up in real quick time for Hayleys. 52 on the board in just 5.2 overs. And again, this time a much better shot. And it goes all the way for a boundary. Lizula Lakshan is in a hurry. He moves into 30 of just 18 deliveries. There we go. Full extension of the body. Fully committed to the shot. And perfect execution. That's the biggest of the day for sure. Just good timing there. Just making it look so easy and effortless. A punch on the ground will be just a single. So 16 runs on this from this over with 2 more deliveries to go. Shot, absolutely perfect. This time it's Ryan Fernando. And he helps it on its way on the offside. Picked it up nicely. This is some serious batting from Hayleys. There we go. Nicely timed execution. Everything up to the perfection that time. Right, so 19 runs coming off from this over. Or rather 20. So make it 21. Expensive over. 21 runs coming off from that over. 6 overs done. Hayleys 63 without a loss. Right, so just 34 more runs required. They're very much in control, these two batters. Prasad Roshan, first over win for 8 runs. A good execution given the circumstances of this match. Right, so now we're done with the power play. We got a deep mid wicket, we got a long on. And we got a deep Sportylk in position as well. And we got a deep extra car on the offside. So 4 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. There seems to be a slight hold up as the wicketkeeper is changing his wicket-keeping pads for some reason. Yeah, that's interesting. How often do you see the wicket keeper just rolling his bottoms up to the knee level? Ah, yes, there we go. Maybe because it's the white pads. The color, of course, matters. The ball is being ball that we are using is white ball, so the pads were in white color as well. So you got to cover it up. Right, we're back with the action. Here's Prasad Niroshan. That could be wide. No, nothing there from the umpire. Through the offside, there is a deep extra car fielder. Will cut it down for just a single. David Pieris really need to figure things out here. They've been, if they are to lose this game, which they're well on track to lose this game, let me tell you, 32 more runs required. Oh, that's a good looking shot. Might not go all the way for a boundary, but at least a couple on offer. There we go. Yeah, this time couldn't find the connection. Ryan Fernando is very strong through that leg side region, or through that onside, but this time once again couldn't find that proper execution. Last ball of this over, a good one from Prasad Niroshan. Seven overs done, 69 without loss. There we go, that's a slight drizzle that I mentioned earlier. It's been consistent for the past 10 to 15 minutes. Kasun Chaturapriya being brought in to bowl the 8th over. 11 matches, 10 wickets, best figures of 3 for 17. Can he pick up a wicket here? 2 drop chances. Just to remind you where David Pieris stands at the moment. Hayleys only need 98 runs to win. And they already got 69. So just 29 more runs required. And they've dropped 2 chances. Here's Kasun. Yeah, nicely executed this time. Just a single. On the offside. Again in the gap. Might go all the way for a boundary. Yes, it does. Just enough power. Now, that is all about timing and placement. Not so much power behind the shot. It's just that the timing and the placement is up to the perfection. There we go. Nice wrist work. Then it was just a matter of getting it over the head of the fielders inside the 30-yard circle on the offside in that covers region. Then it's a guaranteed 4. Even though with rain, the outfield is still fast enough for that ball to travel. There is this big gap on the offside, And that is where Lisul Lakshan is trying to target. Six. Oh, yes. Lisul Lakshan just trying to finish things off quickly. He moves into 40s. Again, a short pitch delivery, not much pace. It wasn't that short. It's just that the lack of pace allows the batter to rock back and play it across the line of the delivery quite nicely. And 11 runs from this over. Oh, dropped. Well. Third drop chance from David Pieris. Third dropped chance. Firmly struck, yes. Should have taken that. Last ball of this over. Should be a wide. Oh no, he played it on the offside. Will be just a single. So 12 or rather 13 runs coming off from that over. 8 overs completed. Hayleys 81 without a loss. Right, so 16 more runs required. 82 on the board. Laknesh Savinder being brought in. 36 matches. 53 wickets for him in mercantile cricket. Across formats, that is. With best figures of 5 for 25. Bottom edge. Just a single. Just 50 more runs required now. Lisul Lakshan on 43 of 26. Can he reach to that half century mark? Yeah, played it straight into the hands of the fielder. Nicely tossed up from Laknesh Savinder. The batter couldn't really get under the ball properly. Lisul Lakshan will settle down with a single that time. That's a good shot. That made a really good sound off the bat. Oh, dropped. Fourth chance. For a moment I thought that was going all the way for 6. Because that made a really good sound off the bat. But it just went too high up. But then again, the fourth drop chance of the day for David Pieris. And it's raining touch too heavily now. So the umpires, well, we'll wait for the confirmation. 9 overs done, 86 runs on the board without a loss. Right, so here's Kasun Sanjay. Another bowling change. 20 matches for him. That's a good shot. This might go the way for a boundary. Yes, it does. It does. And that's the 50 for Lisula Lakshan. What an outstanding knock. 51 of just 30 deliveries for Lisula Lakshan. And have certainly taken this Royal College grounds by storm. And just made things very, very easy for Hayleys. Chasing down 98. And he comes in with a half century in just 30 deliveries. Couldn't have asked for a better start this from Hayleys and from Lisula Lakshan. 51 of 30. An absolute powerhouse. Lisula Lakshan played some really good shots, especially on the onside. He's been very, very strong and smart when it comes to executing those shots. Right, so just 6 more runs required. Off the edge. It goes high up in there. Chance, and it's dropped again. 5th drop chance. Again a tough one. But you got to take those. Now the game is gone, obviously, from the David Pieris hands. But it has been an absolute poor day in the field for David Pieris. 5th dropped chance. Right, so 4 runs required. Straight into the hands of the fielder. Now it's raining pretty heavily out there in the middle. Shot! That's a shot and a half, and it's gone all the way for a 6, and that's a game for Hayleys. What a finish! What an execution from Hayleys. They win by 10 wickets, and let me tell you, this win will definitely boost their net run rate heading into the latter part of this tournament. This is a massive win. It's a big win for Hayleys, and they could walk out of this ground with their heads held up, because they have given us pure entertainment, these two batters. Lisula Lakshan, 59 of 34 deliveries, and Ryan Fernando, 38 of 25 deliveries. It's been an absolute banger from these two batters out there in the middle for Hayleys, and they have done a tremendous job in chasing things down. 100 up for Hayleys in just 9.5 overs. Look at that. A happy bunch of players. Shannon Lee, the captain, will be pretty happy with the efforts of the bowlers, and of course the two openers who have done a good job here at Royal College grounds to secure a thrilling victory. Or not a thrilling victory, let me tell you, it was an easy, comprehensive win for Hayleys. And look at these two batters walking out with their heads held up, because they have done a tremendous job. 100 up for in just 9.5 overs. Kasun Sanjay just couldn't keep things tight that time. So 14 runs from that over. 100 for the loss of 9 wickets. And Lisula Lakshan, 59 of 34. And Ryan Fernando, 38 of 25. It's been a wonderful performance with the two openers. And handshakes all round here at Royal College grounds. It's been a comprehensive performance from Hayleys. They've outplayed the David Pieris in all 3 departments to win this match quite comprehensively. So looking into the batting, well, it was all about the two openers. Lisula Lakshan, 59 of 34, and Ryan Fernando, 38 of 25 deliveries with 1 6 and 5 fours to his name. And Lisula Lakshan, 59 is the start of the show with 5 sixes and 3 fours. So in 9.5 overs with just 3 extras, they managed to cross the mark against David Pieris. So looking into the bowling, well, plenty of bowling options used by David Pieris. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bowlers being used, but none of them were able to get things sorted out for David Pieris. But remember, 5 drop chances within the first 10. That is something that David Pieris will have to keep in mind heading into the latter parts of this tournament. Right, so looking into the highlights next. Well, it's the whole innings, the whole 9.5 overs felt like highlights, because some really good shots all around the park from the two openers, Ryan and Lisula. Right from the start, right from the over number 1, really made things interesting. Played some really good shots all around the park. Showed their intent right from the start. And was not afraid to play those shots. Was not afraid to put that pressure on the bowlers. They knew that they only need 98 more runs to win. So it was just a matter of, finding a couple of shots. Then to find your confidence. And then once you found your confidence, it was just a matter of continuing the momentum. Some really good shots, especially on the onside. Lisula was quite outstanding. He played some really good shots all around the park. And especially when it comes to piercing those gaps and placing the timing, everything up to the perfection, especially from Lisula. And even Ryan played some really good shots. And he's the one who started, and then came Lisula. Lisula was late to join the party. It was Ryan who started everything, but Lisula just went on and on and on and played some really good shots to reach to that half century in real quick time. Look at those shots. Just shorthand jabs, those were from Lisula. Look at that. Perfect execution. And the half century, the celebration. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This was their last shot to wrap things up. So a win for Hayleys. So they win their 5th game of this tournament. Probably the last game of the tournament if I'm not mistaken. But they win this game and now they've won 3 games and lost 2. So David Pieris 97 for the loss of 9 wickets in 20 overs, and Hayleys B have managed to chase things down in just 9.5 overs with Lisul Lakshan on 59 and Ryan Fernando on 38. So Hayleys B winning by 10 wickets. Right, so that's the end of the broadcast right here from the Royal College grounds. We brought you 2 matches, the one in the morning and then now the afternoon match between David Pieris and Hayleys B. So Hayleys B winning this match by 10 wickets. So with intention of seeing you next weekend as well with another fixture of this MCA E-Division tournament, it's goodbye and good night from Sporty.lk right here from Royal College grounds.